Hi. Okay. Let it bunny. Let it bunny. I'm not wearing any pants, Mom. So, I just got this amazing fucking, Christmas stuff. Look at this fucking thing, bitch. Look at this fucking thing. Christmas stocking. This was it from someone in, we did a show last night in Austin, Texas, and I did not go out to, I didn't go to Oil Can Hairs afterwards because we had a wake-up call of at 3:45 a.m. So I'm sick and I hadn't slept very much the night before, so I went back to the hotel and slept. And so this is from a fan, and I'm gonna, bitch, oh girl, say it again, girl. This is incredible. This is how you do a Christmas stocking, Mom. Mom. Says Katya, says intergalactic hussy. If you take the H and put a P, that's pussy. And same diff. Look at this. Look at this, bitch. Fucking A. Just kidding. Amazing. Full pack of smokes. And look. Yep. Cigarettes. My fave. Don't smoke, kids. It's stupid. And then... Oh, that's not all. Oh, do you want a mason jar filled with weed? By the way, I just put this in my suitcase last night, not knowing what was in it. Detox delivered the goods, so thank you, Detox. And hopefully I can find out who it's from. There's a card. Stay tuned. Oh, look at this. Look at this, there's more shit. One for Brian, one for Katya. Keeping the identity separate is always a good idea. Ooh, it's typed. Whoa. Johanna. She's my biggest Icelandic fan. That was great. A lot of facts on here. Oh, she got locked out of Kickstarter. Right, okay. Okay. She wasn't able to donate, but see, Johanna, listen, you're too generous. I don't know. You're too generous, I feel like. Who's this? Abby Martin. Huh. Okay. Collect poems of Samuel Beckett, the guy who did, Waiting for Godot? I don't know. Oh, and they're in French and, cool. This is fab. English and French. I speak those languages. And then, View with a Grain of Sand by some guy who looks Polish. Born in Poland. She. Cool. Thank you so much. I love poetry. I do. This is fucking dope, man. Another card. Wow. Oh. Not my horse, not my shit. Get into that. That's cool. Hopefully these help fight the boredom while you're traveling. They're from my favorite used bookstore, so I apologize for their loved condition. Don't ever apologize for something being loved. That's great. And there's more! Oh no, that's guest information from the hotel. Cool. Well, what I'm gonna do right now is take one of these lovely, cigarettes and put a little bit of, maybe this is illegal on Periscope? I don't know. I mean, it's not, no, of course not. Who cares? Whatever. Ugh, if the guy who got me kicked off of Periscope for a while tries to use this against me, good luck. I don't care. Yeah. Haters gonna hate, everybody. That's the truth. Haters are gonna hate. You can't do nothing about that. So we're on Christmas Queens. I like to take out a little bit of the, end of the cigarette and then just put a little bit of weed in there because that's fun. So one thing I feel like it's not important but interesting to mention is that I haven't smoked weed today yet. And, you know, as someone who's been in sobriety, as someone who's been in 12-step programs in order to get and stay sober, the weed issue is a very contentious one for people who are sober and have addiction problems. So, you know, here's another example where, like, being a public figure, so when you share that publicly, that's very tricky, because the success of 12-step programs is largely due to the second letter in their 2-letter names, which is what? Anonymous, right? It's anonymous. Whether you go to Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous or Overeaters Anonymous or, you know, Motorcycle Repair Anonymous, whatever it is, it's anonymous, right? That is exactly how those organizations that's what sustains those organizations. That's why they're so successful. They're successful because you don't know about their success, because it's not broadcast on the airwaves or whatever, on the radio, on the TV. There's no commercials. They don't advertise. It's not for profit. Nobody makes money off of sobriety. Literally, nobody. I mean, it's not for profit. It's just for, anyway, so when you're a public figure, it's weird because then you unwittingly become a poster child for sobriety. And, you know, I'm grateful that my being honest about the struggle helped people and continues to do that, especially when I talked about it in season 7. But, you know, the thing is that the narrative of your life is linear when you think about it like a narrative. But as you know, well, you probably know that nothing moves in a straight line. Like, movies happen in a straight line. They start at the beginning and then they end at the end, but that's not how our lives work. And so sobriety, like life, is not a linear process. And if that sounds like a cop-out or a disclaimer, then mama, that's your issue. So for where I am and what I'm doing in my life right now, I smoke weed and that's okay. Because it is. Because for me personally, I have to worry about, I don't have a hangover from weed. You know what I mean? My eye's twitching. My left eye is twitching. I haven't had enough sleep. I don't have a hangover from weed. I don't spiral into a debilitating mess of, whatever, you know? The arrival. Yeah. Oh yeah, because time is not a straight line, mama. It's not. That's psychological time. And clock time goes from 8 to 9 to 10 to 11, etc., etc. But the key to enjoying your life and the key to not suffering in your life is to realize the truth about time. That anything and everything happens in the present moment, regardless of whether you believe that or not. There's an old program cliche that's like, if you got one foot in the past and the other foot in the future, you're pissing on today. And that's just, you know, there's a million cliches from movies like Dead Poets Society, Carpe Diem, seize the day. Well, which you have to. And one of the benefits about being a nasty gutter junkie, drug addict, whore, or whatever. Not the whore, just say drug addict. There's nothing wrong with being a whore. Everybody's a whore, darling. Is that you know that you've wanted to die, you've been close to death, and you realize that when you're trying to get off a drug or you're trying to get clean from drugs or from alcohol, you realize it's the only manageable way to do that is sometimes one day, and sometimes just 1 minute, you know, because you're like, how the hell am I gonna go this minute without smoking or drinking or whatever, and you just gotta like power through each minute and take minute by minute. So that's the truth about that. And then you can, if you're lucky, you can apply those same principles to your life, regardless of substances. And that's the key to being happy. You know, it's hard when the reality of your minute-to-minute life is getting bombed. Like if you live in Aleppo, or if you're getting raped, or if you're getting beaten up all the time, or you're getting whatever. If that's hard to stay in the moment. Although, you know what, the thing about those emergency type situations is that the body's natural response is it forces you in the moment. And when something really, really challenging and tough and dangerous and awful is happening to you, your body doesn't have time necessarily to become emotional about it. You fight or you flee, and that's that kind of adrenaline rush is the reason why a lot of people do extreme sports, because it forces them into you go towards the tornado because you want to be in the center, in the eye of the storm, and that it's that calm. It's almost like it's this very focused razor kind of. I think there's like a phrase like walking on the razor's edge of the moment, something like that. Anyways, so that's where those like thrill-seeking stuff comes from. Because it's like a rush to be completely, totally present. Especially when you're doing something dangerous, because then that's just fun. Yeah. So thank you so much. I don't know, is this all from Johanna? I hope. Oh no, there's another one. Abigail. Oh, Abigail Grace, thank you so much for the wacky weed mama. I'm gonna read what she wrote. I hope she doesn't mind. You are an enormous source. Is that a fat joke? I'm just kidding. You are an enormous source of joy and laughter in my life, and I sincerely hope you know how much you are loved. Thank you for your humor, your intelligent weirdness, and for coming and for caring about what's good and right. Thank you for sharing the world that being fucking strange is not only okay, but it is to be celebrated. I hope you have a lovely time in Austin, and I hope you like your presents. I love my presents. I love, love, love them. Thank you so much, especially this wacky weed. And, strange thing is, being strange and weird, I don't think in and of itself is really good, but I think in this context, it definitely is. And I think most of the time being strange can be celebrated because it involves a point of view that is not necessarily contrarian just for the sake of going against the grain, but, when you swim upstream, it's harder. But it's for a reason, usually because the direction of the stream is probably bad, like now in America. So it's good. I've trained myself to think differently than most people because the way that most people think doesn't work for me. Like, for example, I thought that life was like a game that you had to win. And that involved like money and boyfriends and stuff, and that's how most people, I think, most people kind of go along their lives like that, and that's cool if it works for you, but it didn't work for me, and I freaked out about it, and then I had to change things, and only now am I starting to incorporate a lot of that thinking into every day. I haven't had a bad day in a while, and a great deal of that has to do with the fact that I'm very lucky and get to have on paper, my life is really cool. Of course it's not, it's really hard. Of course it's really hard. But it's great. I mean, getting a card like that is, some people never get that kind of card, and